everybody, it's Vendor98, and welcome to another episode of Talking Time with Caffeine. Today I'm drinking some Caffeine V8 stuff. Apparently it has 80 milligrams of caffeine in it. Who knew? Anyways, today, my guest today is... Well, introduce yourself.
Well, hello, my name is Forty Splish Splash, and thanks for having me here, talking to you and together with Vandalia. It's really nice. Hi.
Hey, nice to have you here. Well, the main topic today is shoutouts, and I brought 40 on here because, well, he does shoutouts for a while now.
That is true. I have been doing that for quite a very long time, honestly. When I started out my channel about 2 years ago, I think so, on YouTube, I guess a few months into that, I felt that I wanted to do something, to interact with more YouTubers and reach out there. So I started out this series, and now I have been doing, let me think, 68 episodes. So it's been a long journey, really, and a lot of fun, of course.
So do people get a lot of attention from your shoutouts, or just like a medium amount, or hardly at all?
Well, I think it has been a bit up and down, honestly, due to several things, of course. It depends on, first of all, how many that are watching the actual vid, and of course what people, when they go into their channels, what kind of content they like and everything. But I think I've had a lot of feedback, and a lot of guys have been very, glad about the shout out and said that they've got help from it. But again, what I try to do is to, again, reach out in the vid and really ask for people to go in there and, support the channels that are up in the shout out. So, you just do what you can do, and hopefully everyone is not too lazy and really go into the channels, and show support. That's the idea, right? So
yeah. So how many shoutouts have you been? Have you returned the favor to you, or have you people? Do you know?
Regarding shoutouts, you mean? I mean, doing a shout out back or something? Is that what you're thinking about?
Well,
or
and people have done a shout out on you.
Yeah, right. Yes, that have happened actually quite a few times, and I'm really happy about that, of course. Spontaneously, people have been, coming back to me and, oh, thanks for the shout out, man, and I'm starting up my own series, and I really wanted to make a shout out for you as well. So yeah, it has been happening quite a few times, and that's great. That's great.
Yeah, I tried doing a shout outs last month, and I just couldn't get it going that well.
Okay. Yeah, well, it is first of all, doing shoutouts, it depends on how you do them, what kind of, how you do it in the vid, and but it does take a lot of time. The way I do it, regarding both like a gameplay and going into the actual channels, checking out their content, sorry, taking a look around to get my opinion of what they're doing, and trying to put out that message to the viewers. It takes a lot of time, so yeah, I understand where you're going. It can be time consuming compared to other series that you might do on a channel, but you should do it if you want to do it. I think that's really important to say. It's you can wait also, you don't have to do it now, and there are also other ways to interact with other people on YouTube, I think. This is just one way.
Yeah. So what made you decide to want to do shoutouts?
I think that I was looking for a series, to start a series, because at that time, in the beginning with my channel, a few months in, I was mainly doing, random gameplay commentary, multiplayer gameplay and such, and I was thinking that I want to start a series. And I do think I was just, scrolling around a bit, checking YouTube, what's up, what kind of series people are doing. And I saw that someone was doing a shout-out series, so I checked that out, and I felt that, wait, this is a good way, to first of all help other people out as well, hopefully, and also to, start to interact with other people doing the same thing, doing gaming and stuff. So therefore I started, and yeah, ever since, like 1.5 year ago from now, when I started talking about now 2014, I see that there's a lot of different channels that have started up their own shoutouts here. So it's a good trend, I think.
Cool. So, any topics you want to talk about? As long as I have you here.
Yeah, sure.
We talk about random topics all the time. So.
Well, I wanna ask you a question, if I can do that.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to know how you started up on YouTube. I got a glimpse of it. I've seen some of your early vids and such, but tell me a little bit. What made you start this up?
Well, first, I was before I started YouTube, I was a photographer and videographer for my friend's band who was going up. And I was going to do like behind the scenes stuff for the band, but then we fell apart, but we live in two different, like 20 miles apart, so it was hard to get together all the time. And then I was going to do some little videos for my puppet shows for my kids at my church, but then something happened there, and I left there, and I got angry, and I did my second video was like an angry rant video that I made.
Ah, okay.
And that started it. First I was just doing angry rants. Then I started doing some singing and comedy, and then it grew from there.
Wow, that's nice to hear. That's the kind of, yeah, I know a bit about that. You were filming and stuff. Do you still do that? Do you have it as a hobby, or do you do it occasionally, or?
I haven't done any photography for a while, but I still like doing it. Because I don't really had anything to photograph in a while.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really any big events.
Okay.
Of course, now I have a new niece and nephew who are growing up, so I can start doing that.
Of course, you have to do the documentation there, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of stuff to do to cover that, when the child is, growing and everything. So, well.
Yeah, one's almost a year and one's almost 2 years old now.
Oh, great. That's nice. Good for you. Yeah. So, yeah. But other than that, I think we talked about, regarding the shoutout series, I just want to say that I also think that another sort of good spin-off effect, or whatever you want to call it, it might be that, since networking is such a trendy word nowadays, that you network between channels and stuff, this is also a way to find people that you want to network with. Not only the YouTubers that have their shout out in the actual shout out vid, but also, people that have the same common interests in the comment section. So I think that's a way also to find ways to, maybe grow your channel together, or help and support each other, because again, it's, as well, it's hard to get out there, to get your vids out there, recognition, and to make it happen. So therefore, I think it's even more important to, when there's time and a place, that you support each other to help, if possible. So
yeah,
I'm glad you agreed regarding that. Oh, just kidding. Sorry.
Sorry. This spoke about an hour ago.
All right.
So, if like I said, so do you think your shoutouts have helped the people you've shouted out?
I do think so, yes. Again, I've had a lot of feedback from people over the year or 1.5 year I've been doing it. Yes, another thing that I've seen, as I mentioned earlier, is that a lot of the channels that I have been given a shout out have started up their own shout out series. So in a way, it has been like a double effect of it in a way. And because I counted a bit, I was checking out my papers the other day, and I think I have visited during this period of time doing this series, I have visited over 1,000 YouTube channels, and I have given shout outs to over 300 channels, I think.
Nice.
So yeah, it's quite a lot actually. And again, a lot of work, but it's been fun to do it. So yeah.
Have you had any like negative events from your shout outs? Any like
Yeah, well, a few, of course. It's like, people are different, and most of the people react positive, both regarding the actual shout out for another YouTuber. They show their support. Sometimes people have become a bit disappointed, because I can just tell you that doing shout out vids, if you check out different channels, you will see that there are different kind of thinking regarding this. Some YouTubers may have some special requirements in order to get a shout out. When I started up my channel and I started this series, I just said that if you want a shout out, make a comment and I'll give you a shout out, right?
Yeah.
When this series were growing, I felt that in order to sort of make it even better in a way, I felt that I have to have something to tell the audience, what they should do in order to get a shout out. But for me, it hasn't been to ask for a sub or something. It has just been that you should have good vid and audio quality, like HD. You should upload at least 2 times a week on your channel. You should have at least 10 vids up on your channel, because you want to see that there's some, regular content coming up. Also a way to see some variation for me when I go in and take a look. And so yeah, that was a way to try to even improve it furthermore, and to stimulate and tell you guys, well, here you have a sort of goal maybe to work for. Okay, sorry, I was talking a long time.
Yeah. And whenever I go to a shout out video and I see I follow him, I do the whole triathlon. I subscribe to him, I Google Plus him, and I Twitter him too. I Twitter follow him too. I go all out.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to say there are different ways of doing the shoutouts. There are different ways of like the requirements, and I say there's definitely no right or wrong to do it. It's really up to you or the YouTuber that is actually doing them. But I do think the main goal we have to, for me, it has always been the purpose of it all from the beginning and where we are today is to help other YouTubers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
if I get a positive effect from it, meaning that people want to subscribe to my channel because they like the content that I'm providing, that's fine. That's a great bonus for me. But again, it's the focus in these vids are on other people, other YouTubers. I just want to say that because yeah.
Like I said before, I tried shout outs, wasn't very good at them, but I still went network of people. I think this show right here is a good way. I'm starting to network of people with this show here.
I totally agree, and I agree. I think there are so many ways to support and to do things for other people, and yes, this is also a good way to do it. And I like this series, Vandali. I want to say that I've seen some of your other vids talking to you have something together, a lot of vids together with another guy here on YouTube, don't you? Or who is he? I forgot his name. I'm sorry.
Think Paradox.
Thank you for filling in. That's right. I enjoy them. Good stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm sure he enjoy hear you say that.
Yeah. I saw him in the comment section also. I answered him, and yeah, I enjoy watching you guys. You're doing a good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So my series monitor is randomness, because if you notice, I have different videos about different things. I'm never really down to one subject. What about you? Are you like specifically one thing, or are you random too?
Quite random, actually. It depends on. Sometimes I am very much into the actual gameplay. Like if there's a special game, I talk mostly about that. But I also think that one thing that I did quite early with my channel and in my vids was to try to interact with the audience. Maybe I felt that I had like maybe 1, 2, 3 questions or subject that I wanted to talk about, and just to answer, or throwing out questions to the people watching to have some interaction and feedback. So yeah, I've been working with a lot of randomness as well. It's fun to do that. I totally agree, because you never really know where it's gonna end.
Yeah, like I said, I never like keep it one. I get bored of one subject.
True. Then you have to change it. You go into another direction, and maybe from left to right, and something new happens. I totally like that. It's fine.
Any other subjects you want to talk about? Any topics like world events or anything like that that you want to bring to audience attention?
Well, a question that I get quite regularly has to do with the shout outs, I guess, a bit. Is that people are asking how to grow a channel, and how to get more subscribers and views up, blah blah blah. So I don't have like a golden answer in the box regarding that, but what I can say is that I think it has to do a bit with what you and I are doing now, reaching out, working together a bit here and there, trying to find new audiences, new subjects, network, to enlarge in your way of where you're going with what you're doing. And especially nowadays, because it's really, YouTube is a big place with a lot of people. So, it's even more important now than it was for maybe just 10 years ago, I guess.
Was YouTube around 10 years ago?
Excuse me?
Was YouTube around 10 years ago?
I'm just guessing. That was a random thing for me. I'm not sure. I think so, wasn't it? Or yeah?
I think I started my channel like in 2006 or 7. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It might have been around before that. And yeah, when I first started YouTube, I thought it was just for watching pirated videos or whatever.
That's great. Oh, that's great. And that's the fun thing about YouTube as well. You can find like everything. It's can be about a certain what can it be about? A car freak guy that likes just to talk about a certain car or something, or comics, or gaming, of course. But there's so many things coming up, and I've been also, when I have something that I want to check out, if I want to learn something, I've just put that in YouTube and see, okay, of course there's one guy that have done a vid about whatever subject it might be. So what do you think about that? It's kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, a question for you. Was there anybody who's, when they subscribe to you, you're like, oh my god, they subscribed to me? Wow.
If I sort of felt that reaction, yeah, well, a bit. I mean, I've seen that some larger channels has also subscribed to me, and that's fun. Of course, you get some recognition a bit. So
yeah, mine was like she was one of my first 10 subscribers back when I was starting out in 2009. There's these two girls who are on Nickelodeon show.
Yeah,
and they're doing a YouTube channel, and I made a video reply to them, and they subscribed to me. I'm like wow.
That's really nice. Yeah, you see, and that is something I want to say. When you tell me this, I want to say, you can always ask. You can always ask whatever. All you can get is a no, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I even asked. I made a video reply, and they just boop. They liked it.
Good. You see, then it was like, super.
Yeah, the thing I hate about the new YouTube though is they get rid of the video replies.
Well, we can talk about that for a long time because I was, just when they changed the whole layout and everything, people were raging all over YouTube. I mean, changes are always causing, people,
I like
different opinions, but
yeah, I like some of the changes, like the new I do like the new comment sections where you can tag people in the comments. The plus Google Plus thing. You can actually so you can talk to them.
That's true.
But I don't like I said I don't like the fact that you can't reply to old comments anymore. At this.
Yeah. I know exactly. That's a thing that was kind of weird that they weren't. That it's gone. I mean, it's too bad.
And like I said, technically you can you video replies. You had to do it in the comment section now. It's just all the old video replies that you had before. It's just gone.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to find also a bit. I mean, for me it was a bit easier to keep track also when you got him in the your inbox.
Yeah.
That was helping me out at least.
So did you ever do any video replies to anybody?
Actually, no. I haven't done that so much.
Did anybody do it to you? Anybody video reply to you?
Yes, a few times. Yes. I mean, that's nice. But I'm not sure if it's that common. If it's been like becoming a thing.
I think that's how I think that's how I got my first 100 subscribers. Do video replies.
That's good. Well, then you have a good tip to all the guys watching here that maybe that's a way to go as well.
Yeah. Well,
like a.
Yeah, it would be if it's still around, but.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, any other thing to talk about, or?
Well, I don't know. I'm just having a good time here, sitting talking to you, and also listening to what you're saying. So.
Yeah, like I said,
I'm just chilling.
Yeah, I'm just out of ideas now. So.
Me too.
So, then I guess you want to say anything before we go, like any plugs or anything?
I want to say thank you for having me on your channel as a guest. I really like being here, and guys, check out Vanilla. It's a nice channel, 98. Do that, subscribe to him, and all that sweet stuff. And I hope to see you soon again.
Yeah.
All right.
Check out his channel up above, Twitter down below. I hope this helped to have you as a guest again someday.
I hope so too. Thanks a lot, bro.
And as always, enjoy the randomness. See ya.